Hello and welcome. My name is Aaron. Today I'm watching the music video for Bring It Back by GPP, which is the new Japanese SM girl group. And the only other thing I know about them is they are 8 members, because I just saw the thumbnail. And one of the members was a Dream Academy trainee, though they were never shown in the documentary, so I don't actually know anything about them. Regardless of that, we're just going to get into it because I'm actually pretty curious about this. Just because the aesthetic of this group seems like they might have a sound that I would be interested in. Which is such a weird way to say it, but that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, let's just start right away and just see where this goes. Oh, and we have the English subtitles on, as always. Ooh, paper plane. Cool. We have an interesting aesthetic going on right away. Sorry, how? Sorry, the amount of people has thrown me off so far. What is happening? Okay, I have no idea what's going on. This could just be a mirroring thing that's done very interestingly. But what I'm going to say is I find it questionable when you have a group that is debuting and they already have backup dancers, because it makes it so much harder to actually learn who the members are. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm going to learn all the names and faces and keep up with them all the time, but that's still a point. There are people that would like to do that, and when you have a bunch of backup dancers in there, it's much more difficult. Regardless, it sounds great. The voices sound great. The visuals are just confusing me, and I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to the song. I haven't actually heard the song before. I forgot to mention that. I didn't listen to it before, so this is also my first listen, as it says up there. I forgot to put it up there. Whoops. Let's keep going. I was also questioning how the title would play, because I was like, okay, bring it back. What are we bringing back? What are they bringing back? But they're saying bring it back to me. Did I pay enough attention to say what they want to have brought back? No, but that's still interesting. The way the outfits change colors is really confusing, and I have no idea how they did that. Also, something about this music video just looks off. Not in a bad way necessarily. I'm just noticing that my brain is like, this doesn't make sense, and I can't really tell what it is. And that can, and I'm not saying that it is, but that can be an indicator for AI usage. Though this could also just be very deliberate and very well done editing. I have no idea. I just wanted to mention it, just so it's not stuck in my head and I feel like I should have said something. It sounds really cool. What I will say is that I feel like the instrumental is too far in the back. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's too quiet, though it kind of is, but it feels like very far in the back. Which is weird. That's usually not really a problem, but it is interesting. I was also wondering, because we're a minute in and the set hasn't changed. I don't have a lot to talk about because this set is there's not a lot to talk about here. Let's see if we get anything more or not. Where do the black outfits come from? I want to correct what I said. This isn't AI necessarily. There might be. I have no idea again. I don't know. But I am seeing inconsistencies that are consistent with green screen usage. So I'm guessing it's more of that. And it would also explain how they're doing this way of like duplicating the group in a way, so it's not backup dancers, which is still very interesting because that has to be planned very carefully. And like, I'm thinking right now of like TV shows when characters get duplicated and the actor has to play both, that kind of stuff. I still think this is really weird, and this is not giving music video. It's labeled as a music video, right? Yeah, no, it's labeled as a music video, but it's very much a performance video, which I'm nitpicking, absolutely, but I still find it very important. I had kind of the same issue with Handong's The Best Thing performance MV, because that also too was just a performance video, but at least it had performance in the title. They could still change it up, I will admit that, but it's still a really weird approach, especially for a debut from a major agency. This isn't just like any small agency or any small Japanese agency or like K-pop agency that has just established a Japanese branch and is itself a smaller entity. This is SM. This is weird for SM. I think, at least. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm so confused. I think the issue from the green screen approach, or what I'm saying green screen, they probably use the blue screen, you know what I mean, is that with the white outfit specifically, it reflects whichever color they use. So that's why I'm now thinking that it's blue. That happens a lot with white outfits. That's why you usually can't use glittery outfits when you're working with like a green screen, because the glitter will reflect the light of the screen you're using, and then when you key it out, the glitter's gone. So that's one thing. The other thing as well is that the outfits are so good. The song is really good. I feel like the song is a little bit high. I'm not saying they can't sing it. It's just overall sounds very high, and I feel like it's very uneven. Sonically, which is a word I keep using, I don't really know what it means, but it seems to describe what I try to talk about. Sonically, it feels like we have the beat and then we have the voices that are really high, and we are missing a lot of like the midtones. That's what my head is telling me. I'm not a music analyst, okay? I'm just speaking my thoughts. The outfits are really cool. I think I like the song. I like the choreo. It's not standing out negatively to me. I like the styling because it's simple, but it's consistent, and something that happens quite a bit with groups, and I feel like groups with this type of aesthetic have that issue less. But with a lot of members, which I consider 8 to be a lot of members, you often have the issue that 1 to 3 members have a specific styling piece applied to them that doesn't fit with the overall aesthetic of the group. With just these plain black and white outfits, that problem isn't existent, and because there are certain details like the ribbons that we see here on the paused frame, it actually makes the outfits really interesting. Regardless of that, I think I dislike the green screen background because it's just physical sets offer more depth one way or another. Physical sets will always look better than animated sets or digital sets, so to speak, because they just inherently look more real because they are. For a debuting group, I think it's quite important in a way to have them actually interact with things. Okay, what I'm thinking of right now, this is out of left field. 2 things. Firstly, Alta's debut with Giggle Wiggle. The music video is very well put together. I was very, very surprised by that, and I was very positively surprised by that, and I would honestly say it was one of my favorite music videos from last year. This one has the opposite. Even though it is aesthetically consistent, like the music video for Giggle Wiggle, it's still so completely different because the background is just digital. The other thing I'm thinking about right now is Kickflip, because they have like a school concept kind of, and I don't think they had any animated sets in their music videos, at least not as far as I saw. They had a lot of physical, they had props, they had sets they could interact with and that stuff. And seeing this now, that stands out very positively because it made the whole thing feel more real. This feels very weird just on a vibes level because I like the idea, the execution is just weird. Because it's really cool that they duplicated the members, that they are dancing with themselves, basically. At least as far as I can tell. There are just still elements where I'm like, this is cool in theory. But the way they executed it, it's just slightly off and doesn't work quite as well. Anyway, let's keep going. Whoa! The distortion is cool. Again, by technicality, I like this. I like what they're doing. There's just a problem. See, the thing is, when I see this type of green screen usage, the one thing I think about is a specific Stargate episode, which is like from, what season was it? Season 2? So it's like 1998 green screen usage, what I'm thinking about. And that's just unfortunate at this point because they could do it better. They could. It's possible. They just didn't for some reason. I don't know if it's because it's a new team. It's people who don't have a lot of experience. Maybe they just didn't have the budget for it. But that, again, I'm like, why do this? This is such, just like in the context of this being an SM group, this is just such an unfortunate debut because the company has money. It's SM. Why do they not have an actual music video to debut with? I was like even questioning because I know there's like another Japanese group that had a pre-debut release just recently that I'm keeping my eye on. So I was like, did I swap them? And that's actually the SM group? No, but no, this is the SM group. It's on the thumbnail. This is the SM group. The thing is, I had seen like one person somewhere online say like, oh, their debut music video is really low budget. And I was like, it can't be that bad. It's not that bad, but it's still not great. Just in the context of music videos, of like debut music videos. I like what they did, but I also don't like what they did, so I'm just confused at this point. Also, the song is so long. Can I just say that? It's so unusual to hear such a long song. We're 3 minutes in. The song keeps going. I appreciate that. I hope it doesn't end in the next 20 seconds and then we have like a minute of actual like bonus stuff. I don't think so. I hope the song is at least 4 minutes. But there are so many elements in here where I'm like, is this actually a group from a big company? Because it doesn't seem like it. I'm just confused. I'm getting mixed signals from this. Anyway, let's keep going. Now I think it's too many cuts between the outfits. Oh, okay, they didn't even start. Oh, it was less than I expected for some reason. I think the cuts threw me off there. I'm utterly confused, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, let me think for a second. So I do think they used the blue screen just based on how the light behaves when they wear the white outfits. Because with the black outfits, it wasn't as obvious that it wasn't a real set. But with the white outfits, it's very obvious. This is very confusing. Oh, what else is confusing? There's no group logo at the end. Usually the group's logo comes first. I don't know if this is like a normal SM thing that the group logo isn't at the end of the music video, but this is unusual as far as I have seen, just from my experience. I like the song. I think the members are pretty good. Just from this music video, I'm like, I want to see more of the members. Not the music videos. Give me performances. Give me practice videos. Give me something that's not this. Because as much as edited and digital approaches to music videos can work, making an entire music video that's clearly labeled as a music video, okay? I want to draw attention to it again, okay? Up there, GPP. Wait, what's it? Oh, yeah, okay, no, I wrote the group's name wrong. I thought it was wrong. It's right. I'm not good at this. I checked. Okay, to my defense, I wrote it right in my notebook. I corrected it wrong. I cross-checked the title of the song if I spelled it right. I did, and then I didn't check the group name again. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I will keep it in mind for next time. Now I'm a bit mad at myself. It's fine. It's fine. What I wanted to say is... What did I want to say? Now I've got distracted. It says music video in the title. By my personal definition, this is not a music video, this is a performance video. We didn't get any solo shots of the members, we only got 2 sets, which are both digital. It was a lot of editing, which technically is fine. Again, I like the approach. The execution is just really weird, and I feel like it throws me really off. I feel like this is something that an established group can do, where people know how many members they have, and where a lot of the fans know the members by face. For a new group to do this, it's really confusing because this will confuse people. People will be like, who are these people? How many people are there? And no one will be able to tell just from this video, except for the very end. So it's an interesting approach that's kind of messy for a debut group. I feel like, again, for a more established group, this could have done better. For a new group, it's not the way, I feel like. Though I think this is a very strong group, if they are played right, which we will see. I like the song, I will probably put it on my playlist. I think 1 or 2 songs came out with this. I will just listen to those on my own time and decide from there what I'm gonna do. Regardless of that, I think that's all I have. I don't have much more to say about this. I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. Firstly, I will probably keep my eye on GPP. I have, that's right? Yes, okay, 2 P's. GPP. I will keep my eye on them. I will remember their name now that I've made a mistake. That's a video long, so that's okay. We learn from our mistakes. Mistakes are human, alright? And I will listen to the songs. I will keep my eye on them. I will probably react to their next release. For rookie groups especially, I'm just gonna keep up with them for their first year, just listen to their releases and then decide if I want to keep up with them for a longer amount of time or not. So that's where GPP is now. And I do think they have a lot of potential. But it also depends on what they're gonna do over their first year. So we're gonna see. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it. So thank you for watching. And with this, I release an Depths of the Universe once again. See you!